Hello, hello students. Myself Shreyans. Today I am discussing the topic motion of ocean water. Ocean water will move horizontally in the form of waves and currents, and ocean water will move vertically in the form of tides and upwelling. One by one, we will discuss it later, but as of now, make a point that ocean water moves horizontally in the form of waves and currents, and ocean water moves vertically in the form of tides and upwelling. Waves. Creation of waves. Waves are created primarily because of winds. Wind is a horizontal movement of air. Horizontal movement of air is called as wind. Because of this wind, waves are formed in ocean. Next, gravitation pull. Gravitation pulls the ocean water and it will create crusts. Next, falling water will create troughs. Actual motion of water beneath the wave is circular. Means actual motion of water deep of ocean will be in the form of circular, not in the form of wave. Okay, how it is? See here. Actual motion of water beneath the wave is circular. If wave is like this, means bottom of the wave, the water will move in circular way like this. In a circular way like this, water will move. Beneath, deep of the waves, water will move in a circular shape like this. Okay. Next, ocean currents. Ocean currents are horizontal movement of water. Okay. Ocean currents are horizontal movement of water. Next is ocean currents. Ocean currents helps in heat distribution. Heat distribution means what kind of heat distribution is going to happen in earth is from poles to equator there is heat distribution will happen. For example, this is equator, this is north pole, this is south pole. The the sun rays intensity is more in equator, right? It means here in red color currents you are seeing right like this, these are red color currents, these are heat currents, heated currents. The blue color currents like this you are seeing right here, blue color, these blue color currents are cold currents. These cold currents from south pole, this blue color currents from south pole and north pole will move from poles to equator, and these red color currents, these are hot currents, these will move from equator to north pole and south pole. By this, heat will be distributed equally around the earth. Next, forces responsible for ocean currents. Which all forces those are responsible for ocean currents? The forces are wind, insolation. Insolation means sun rays, gravity. Very important force is Coriolis force. What is this Coriolis force? I will discuss today. First one is wind. This is the dominant force, very important force. Most of current flows, most of current follow the direction of trade winds. These trade winds means easterlies, westerlies, polar easterlies. What is this trade winds or easterlies, westerlies, polar easterlies? It means winds. What is the meaning of wind? Horizontal movement of air is called as wind. Okay, horizontal movement of air is called as wind. Now, if the wind is moving from, this is east, right? Here east is there, here west, right? If the wind is moving from east to west, then these winds are called as easterlies. Then these winds are called as easterlies, easterlies or trade winds. easterlies or trade winds. If the winds are moving from west to east like this is west, right? This is east. Then these winds are called as westerlies. Polar easterlies means it's also same exactly like easterlies. See here, these are moving from east to west. This is east, right? This is west, this is east. If these are moving from west to east, then these are called as easterlies. Westerlies means they are moving from west to east like this. Okay, next, insolation. How this insolation will affect on ocean current. How this insulation will affect on ocean current is, water will get expand under high temperature. Water will get expand under high temperature. Where is high temperature? In equator or north pole? Think one time. In equator there is high temperature, right? Low temperature is around north and south poles. Now in equator the water will expand because there is more heat in equator. The intensity of sun rays is more in equator. The intensity of sun rays is very less in north and south poles. Because of high temperature in equator, water will expand. Water will expand means it will come upside of the ocean. For example, icebergs, cold water. Where we are going to see icebergs and cold water? We are going to see icebergs and cold water in north and south poles. Okay, see here, cold water. This cold water will sink downwards. Cold water we are going to see where? North pole and south pole. In north pole and south pole we are going to see what? Cold water. For example, this is earth, this is equator, this is north pole, this is south pole. Okay, here we are going to see what? Cold water, right? It means here water will, here what will happens here in north pole and south pole? Water will get sink and it will move from north pole to equator. Here in equator, in this equator region, what is going to happen? Here water is hot, it will get expanded and it will move to north pole and south pole. Okay, cold water will sink and it will move towards equator. This is how ocean currents will circulate. One by one I discussed. First one is wind. How wind is going to affect. Okay, how these easterlies and westerlies are created, I will discuss in different video. As of now, just have a brief note about wind. These winds will affect ocean currents through easterlies and westerlies. And next, insulation. Insulation because of water expansion and because of cold water sinking. See here, these are icebergs. These will sink downwards like this. These will sink downwards like this and it will move like this to equator. Okay, and warm water from where they are coming? From equator they are coming to north pole and south pole. Understood up to here? And next, another important is insulation salinity gradation. Salinity gradient. Salinity increases density of water. Salinity increases what? Density of water. Okay, if salt water is there means it is heavy water. Okay, where we are going to see more salt? Where we are going to see more salt? In north pole and south pole, not in equator. Why? Because in equator, see here, in equator rainfall is more, less saline water. In poles, that too in poles, in where we in poles where we are going to see salinity is the remaining icebergs. Icebergs are always freshwater. Note down this one. All in all polar regions we are not going to see salinity. Okay, icebergs, wherever the icebergs are there, no, those icebergs are freshwater. Remaining then icebergs, the remaining water, that water is more saline. Okay, more saline means it is denser or less denser, more denser. More denser water will sink, it will move towards equator, and the equator water will move towards north pole and south pole. Understood up to here? Next one is factors modifying the ocean currents. Which all factors will modify the ocean currents if ocean currents is moving from north pole to south pole, or not north pole to equator, and equator to north pole? How those are modified? For example, if they are going straight means how they are get deflected or distracted through which all things? First one is because of coastlines. Yes or no? If coastlines are there means they obviously will deflect, right? They can't cross the coastlines. These ocean currents can't cross the coastlines, they will deflect. Okay, first one is because of coastlines, they will deflect or modify. Next reason is, I told you, right, I will discuss about Coriolis force. Next force is Coriolis force. This is the reason where ocean currents get deflected. This Coriolis force is very interesting and very important topic. First one is coastline, understood, right? Next one is this Coriolis force. I am discussing about Coriolis force now. Please focus. Now, Coriolis force means Earth is how this Coriolis force is formed because of rotation of Earth. Okay, because of rotation of Earth. How Earth will rotating from east to west or west to east? Earth will rotate from west to east. From west to east, Earth will rotate. When it was rotating, I will give one example and I will tell you what is the exact meaning of Coriolis force. If I am throwing a bomb, atomic bomb from Africa, here in this middle of Africa, equator, right? Yes or no? Which exactly here equator is going, right? Yes. From here, if I am throwing a bomb means, sorry, if I am throwing a bomb from here, okay, in this region, if I throwing a bomb means bomb. Because of rotation of Earth, it was rotating from west to east like this, right? Yes or no? When it was rotating, if I throw bomb from here means it will deflect like this, right? It will not go straight like this. Okay, it will deflect its path. The expected path is here. Okay, the expected path is here, but actually it will reach where? Actually it will reach where? Here it will reach. Why? Because of rotation of Earth, it will get deflect like this. This is called as Coriolis force. Okay, if again in this is northern hemisphere, right? This is which hemisphere? This is northern hemisphere. In northern hemisphere, clockwise it will deflect. Okay, clockwise deflection means like this. This is clockwise deflection. Wait, I will show. This is clockwise deflection. Okay, white color I will show you. This is clockwise deflection. Okay, clockwise it will deflect. In south, if I throw a bomb like this means the actual path we are expecting is here, but because of the rotation of Earth from west to east like this, it will deflect like this, right? The actual bomb will blast here, right? That's why in southern side the Coriolis force is anti-clockwise, like this. Okay, this is anti-clockwise. Understood about Coriolis force? It is as simple as, okay, if take your classroom example itself. Okay, if you are facing towards your board, if your school is rotating from your left to right, from left to right, it is rotating, means if you throw one chalk piece to right side of your left side of your board, means it will come and hit to middle of the board. Yes or no? Because of rotation of classroom. Okay, yes or no? Because of rotation of classroom, it will come and hit towards middle. If you actually throw that chalk piece towards left of the board, it will come and hit to middle. This is how it will deflect in northern hemisphere. In southern hemisphere, it will deflect in anti-clockwise. Understood about Coriolis force? Yes. Next topic is, before I discuss about next topic, I will give some questions to solve you. Consider the following factors. Okay. Rotation of earth, air pressure and wind, density of ocean water, revolution of earth. Which of the above factor influences ocean current? Think about it. I will give you 20 seconds. Okay. The answer is B. 1, 2, 3. Not fourth one. Okay. Fourth one is wrong. Why? Revolution. There is a difference between revolution and rotation. Okay. What is the meaning of rotation? If earth is rotating on itself, is called as rotation. Revolution means if the earth is revolving around sun, is called as what? Revolution. Okay, here rotation is the very important force for important point for Coriolis force and air pressure wind. Okay, it is called as planetary winds. We will discuss this one later.